Hi Habibis, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you. Today we're back in the lab to chop it up, mix it up, and give you some sexy date night combos that will just be so good and that you're probably gonna need a bodyguard. That's right, so good you better know self-defense. So good you better know how to throw some punches. Okay, that's how good these are going to be, and we have quite a bit to cover. So we're gonna just get straight into it, okay? And I apologize for my background constantly changing. Things are a little bit chaotic right now, so I just got to keep bouncing around, moving around the house until I figure something out for myself. Okay, without any further ado, so for these combos, I definitely try to do more on the darker edge. So like I have like chocolatey, I have gourmandy, I have like almondy, like also something with a little bit of leather, something a little bit for everybody. So we're just gonna get into it. So the first one, that is it just does something. It just does something to me, okay? And it just does something. And what am I talking about? This combination right here. This combination right here. You're not ready for this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Poison Girl by Christian Dior and La Petite Robe Noire Florale. This combination is so sexy that it hurts. It hurts so bad. That is how good this is. This, if you're not familiar with this, this is like almondy, heliotrope-y, vanilla-y. There's rose all the way in the background, but it's not so much that I get. And this is sexy on its own. Absolutely stunning on its own. This is strong, it projects, it's a beast, all the things. And you know, when you take something amazing and you put it with something really, really good, and then it just becomes this, it's just explosion of sexiness. And that is this combination. And La Petite Robe Noire Florale, this has 2 doses of rose. So there is rose and rose water. There is almond in here. So again, it goes with that almond theme, and it accentuates the rose note that's barely there. Like, I mean, I really got to focus to get it there. Sometimes I wonder if it's like I'm just imagining the rose note there, but it's like all the way in the background. And there is no cherry note listed in here, at least on Fragrantica. On the original La Petite Robe Noire, these names are so freaking long. Black Perfecto, there is a cherry note listed for that one, yes. However, for the Florale version, there is no cherry note listed on Fragrantica, but I sense a cherry note. But anyway, that aside, these together, oh my God, it shouldn't even be legal. It shouldn't even be legal. That's it. It shouldn't be legal. These two together. If you have Christian Dior, you have La Petite Robe Noire. Oh my God. LPRN, Black Perfecto, Florale. Guys, can I just stop and take a moment here? What is it with these bloody long names? La Petite Robe Noire, Black Perfecto, Florale. I mean, can we just make these names easy? Or is it just me? Because, I don't know. Last time I checked, I'm not that lazy, but these names are ridiculous. Anyways, Poison Girl and Black Perfecto Florale, just illegal activity here, okay? The next one we have is for my girls who like something a little bit more leathery, something that has a little bit more like an edible element to it, but more like dates, almonds, you know, just something a little bit different, okay? If that may be not your thing. So we'll have this combination here. I really need to get my hands on this because you probably cannot see what it is. This is Kayali Sugared Patchouli. Yeah, Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. I really enjoy this scent. I was super scared. Apparently, I love patchouli. But I think what it is, some compositions of patchouli just don't do it for me. But this one, it's a no-brainer for me. This, I fell in love with it. I get the rum right away. This definitely smells like creme brulee. I get the rum, I get the vanilla, obviously I get the sugared patchouli. I get the leather. Again, not a review. I'm just oh my God, that rum hits me right in the face. It's a beautiful boozy vanilla. I get that patchouli. I get the sweetness of the sugar. I get leather. I definitely get a smooth leather. You have to wait a little bit more until the dry down for the oud, but it's a very smooth, beautiful oud. Okay, this is stunning and sexy on its own. The performance, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, but the scent is just, it is stunning. It is stunning. Stunning. Okay, and now what we're gonna mix it with? Jardins de Misfah by Nuit, Oman. I don't know if they make this anymore. I don't know, because the last time I checked, it was sold out. I don't know. Maybe it might have just been that one moment that I checked, but it's an independent brand. It's a really great one. But if you happen to have it in your collection, pull it out. So this is dates syrupy rose. So if you've ever ate a date that has almonds in it that was soaked in rose water, that is literally what this perfume smells like. Oh my God. Like a beautiful, nutty, rosy, like a syrupy kind of rose. Oh my goodness. And dates. But you put these together, it is just going to blow your mind. Going to blow your mind. First, put this one on the bottom. Put the Jardins de Misfah on the bottom, and then top it off with Kayali sugared patchouli. And you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. The next one, I have not gotten a chance to review. I noticed I don't really do dedicated reviews. I think what it is, I'm just a little nervous to do reviews because I feel like I have this imposter syndrome because I'm still learning how to, you know, parse out fragrances and explain them. I feel like I'm just might being too hard on myself. But anyway, I've been letting this one sit for about a month and a half now, or about 6 weeks. I've let this macerate for 6 weeks. This is Venom of Love by Navitus. And this is Paulina's fragrance. Because I remember the first time I heard her say, and a lot of other people say, just let it sit. So that's what I did. I let this baby sit for 6 weeks. That's why I haven't said anything. I was just letting it do its thing. Again, this is not a review. I'll try my best to do separate one on its own. But it, to me, is not a boozy cherry, but it is a fizzy cherry chocolate fragrance with white florals in the background. I don't get rose in this at all. I completely disagree that this is Middle Eastern leaning. Not at all. Zero, zilch, nada. But with that said, that out of the way, it is a very pretty, sexy perfume. It is. This is an extrait de Parfum, so it is not a beast. And that was another thing that I heard, which I personally disagree with. It is not a beast. It lasts long because it's an extrait de Parfum, but it is not a beast. Okay, so with all of that said, it is a fizzy cherry chocolatey fragrance, and on the dry down on my skin, the jasmine jumps out on my skin and the chocolate and the fizzy cherry go in the background, and it becomes like after 20-30 minutes the very sexy jasmine comes out, and I'm assuming that would be the Egyptian jasmine. Anyway, sexy chocolate cherry fizzy fragrance. So we're gonna play around with this for the rest of the video. Okay, so we have Venom of Love here. Okay, so I already told you. So there's cherry. I believe there might be vanilla in here. There's white florals and chocolate, but I mean it is prominently chocolate and cherry, like right off the bat. Very sexy. Okay, so you put this together with Poison Girl by Christian Dior. This is so dark and sexy, so schmexy. It is so schmexy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, they just add something to each other. They just do something for one another. Okay, from my knowledge, I don't remember them being any nut notes in here. I could be completely wrong, or heliotrope. Again, I could be wrong. This is not a review. I'm just going off my nose. But I definitely get the white florals in here. But whatever the case is, with the almond and heliotrope and the vanilla and the rose, all of these notes just go so well together. So well, okay? And this does sit close. It lasts very long. Like when I sprayed at night to test it out, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll still catch gentle wafts of myself in the morning. So I would recommend potentially going in with this first and then this, but there's also two schools of thought, and I've mentioned this several times already. You either put one on top of the other, or you go side by side. I might recommend, actually I don't remember, actually you know what? Actually, no, put Venom of Love first and then Christian Dior, Poison Girl. But anyway, long story short, they're bloody good together. This is sexy. Okay? You want a day night fragrance that is going to do just magic. You want magic? Do you want magic? I'm waiting. Do you want magic? Okay, here you go. Okay, so the next one. Again, we have the Black Perfecto Florale. This just works so well together. Again, Venom of Love, and then you top it off with Black Perfecto Florale, because I'm not going to say the whole name because it's so irritating. I'm just going to say Black Perfecto Florale. Again, the rose note that eludes me in here is in here. So we have that rose and rose water. Finally, it just plays so well with this, obviously. And then you have that almond note, which again, that almondy kind of heliotrope kind of feel goes really well with this. And again, that cherry note that I sense when I smell this, I'm telling you, it's in here. It goes really well with this. And the added leather note, I'm sorry, I don't know if I mentioned it the first time, but there's also leather in here. And that leather gives it some kind of sexy, and just gives us some kind of sexy, you know, leather and chocolate, leather and chocolate and cherry. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing the hula, but just go with it, okay? And just go with it. They work together, okay? They just so pretty together, okay? Again, using the base of Venom of Love. Something that's still readily, this is readily available. It is discontinued, but Black Perfecto Florale is still readily available on the discounter websites. Now we go in with Ariana Grande Thank You Next 2.0. This is a praline. I think there's Ambroxan in here. There's whipped cream. I get whipped cream prominently right off the bat. And it's a very pretty fragrance, but I just enjoy mixing it. I don't really like wearing, not that I don't like it. I'm not compelled. Oof. Gosh, this stuff going in my face. But anyway, so yes, a whipped cream, praline, sweet, similar to Baccarat Rouge, in the vein of Baccarat Rouge. But to me, like, this is going to sound silly because I know the whole world is saying Baccarat Rouge, Baccarat Rouge. I don't think of Baccarat Rouge when I smell this. Like, yes, I can see it, but to me, this just kind of stands on its own. It just is what it is. So that whipped cream and that praline and that slight milkiness to this, because this is like this is creamy to me, just blends so well with this. But for this, I want to make note, you want to do a 2-to-1 ratio because Venom of Love will eat up the cloud. Yes, it will, because it's an extrait de parfum, so just bear that in mind. So for every 1 spray of Venom of Love, do 2 sprays of Ariana Grande 2.0. Thank You Next 2.0. So this adds a creamy element, a slightly creamy, slightly airy element to the darkness of this, and this is schmexy. This is schmexy. And most of you probably have this in your collection. So pull this out. And one thing I really enjoy about this, because it is pricey. I'm sorry, but this is really pricey. They have a discovery set now. So I would recommend getting your hands on the discovery set while they are there. So this is a really great combination. And again, for that elusive rose note to my nose, and again, to go with a deep and dark and sexy and date night element, okay? We're gonna go in with the discontinued fragrance, but a lot of people generally do have it in their collection. So if you have it in your collection, just go pull it out. This is Nina Ricci L'Excess Rose Absolou by Francis Kirkjaw. This has rose in it. This is deep, dark, and sexy. Oh man. This is reminiscent of oud mood. Like, again, they could be distant relatives. Again, to my knowledge, there's no oud in here, but there is some kind of peppery notes. There's this sweetness. Yeah, there's this sweetness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm probably making some of you nervous holding the bottle like that. There's this sweet darkness to it. It's literally like a black rose, right? With pepper. It is sexy on its own. Schmuxy. Schmexy. Then you add these two schmexies together, and then you have a schmexy so good, it is beyond illegal. Okay, you shouldn't even be stepping out of the house. That's how schmexy these are. Schmexy, schmexy. Okay, so if you have this little schmexy thing, and you put it with this little schmexy thing, and you put the schmexies together, you get triply schmexy. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Okay, and now the last combination with Venom of Love, then we're going to wrap this up, okay? It's something that's so readily available and Victoria's Secret. And before you roll your eyes, unroll them and pay attention, okay? Victoria's Secret Bombshell Intense. Do not be scared of this. Listen to me very closely, okay? Do not judge it right out of the bottle or out of the cap. When you spray it, it opens with a strong note of peony, which makes it very strong, like very fresh. But you may or may not know this. There is also notes of cherry and vanilla. And on my skin, at least on my skin, the peony note is there for the opening. But on the dry down, it is cherry and vanilla, and it's so sexy. And when I wore it, I couldn't stop smelling myself. So please do not judge it. Like if you go into Victoria's Secret and put it on your skin and you just judge it right off the bat, just walk around. Just walk around, let it play on your skin, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That cherry and the vanilla comes out on your skin, okay? So, Venom of Love, Bombshell Intense. I can't even, okay? All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. I really hope you guys were able to try out one of these combinations, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys have a wonderful, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. And I just hope everything, you know, if you're celebrating Valentine's Day, or if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, whatever the case is, whether you're single or in a relationship or somewhere in between, I hope you have a lovely weekend and a lovely week ahead. And just a gentle reminder, the sweetest fragrance we will ever wear is not these perfumes, but our behavior. And another gentle reminder, please find somebody to thank today, even just for something small. And more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching on this video, that means you made it to yet another day. And even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.